The WAAY 31I team learned a rare immunity ruling in a stand your ground case will not be the final say, and that is despite the fact a judge says the suspect should not be charged with murder. Thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman.
And I'm Dan Schaefer. A grand jury indicted Marcus Weekly in a 2018 shooting death in Lauderdale County. Weekly has always claimed self-defense, and last week a judge agreed and granted him immunity. But the prosecutor tells the WAAY 31I team the case is far from over because he's appealed. WAAY 31's Brecken Terry is live in Lauderdale County to explain what happens next.
Yeah, that case will now move from here at the Lauderdale County Courthouse all the way down to the Criminal Court of Appeals in Montgomery, and now the Alabama Attorney General's office will handle that briefing before the Court of Criminal Appeals. And it could really come down to two things here. Was Weekly the original aggressor, or was he involved in any type?
Kind of was, yeah. I mean, we thought we had a good shot at getting a jury trial on this before the immunity was granted.
District Attorney Chris Conley said he was taken aback by a Lauderdale County judge's 14-page ruling granting Marcus Weekly immunity from a murder charge under the Alabama Stand Your Ground law.
We're hoping that's an expedited process because this was a pretrial dismissal of our case. So we and the family of the victim are anxious to get a resolution to it and hopefully get a jury trial.
According to court documents, Marcus Weekly went to pick up his girlfriend from a party on Westmoreland Avenue in June 2018. Weekly was not invited to the gathering where the person was selling bootlegged alcohol. Weekly admits he was armed with two guns. He says as he waited for his girlfriend, a man grabbed him from behind in a bear hug, restraining him. Weekly says he shot that man 5 times to free himself. He says that's when Patton Shipley or his associates began shooting at him. Weekly returned fire, shooting Shipley 8 times, killing him. In his order of immunity, Judge Will Powell commends Weekly for staying at the scene until police arrived, and even notes he dismantled his gun and surrendered. The judge determined Weekly could not safely retreat.
Giving somebody immunity when they've committed a crime to me is a big deal. I think a jury should make that decision.
Judge Powell doesn't disagree, even noting in his ruling he would prefer the matter be resolved by a trial by jury. But he notes the state failed to produce evidence showing Weekly was the aggressor, which would throw the stand your ground defense out. He also notes even though everyone in the case was engaged in illegal activity by being at the party, Weekly could not safely retreat.
I know Judge Powell has followed the current law in holding that someone is before a trial is ever held, gets immunity, and it's very rare.
Now, I did speak with Patton Shipley's father. He told me it is absolutely gut-wrenching and heartbreaking to know that the man that they believe who shot and killed their son is basically a free man out walking on the streets. Now, Mr. Weekly's attorney told me that he does not plan on making any statements to the media at this time. Live in Florence, Brecken Terry, WAAY 31 News.